Hello, my lovelies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This message will be labeled as a message for April 17th because I'm posting it in time for the 17th where I am. But we're setting the intention that it be a message for you for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see it. Happy birthday to all the April 17th babies out there. And happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday on whatever random day you may stumble upon this video. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for the collective. And that doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Nope. Should we do 2 cards? I'll do 2 cards. And there's going to be a bit of a bonus message here at the end because there's something that was on my mind and on my heart, but I wasn't sure if I was going to say it. But it ties in with the Page of Wands, so there's going to be a little extra message here. And an announcement. So the cards for the day are the Empress and the Page of Wands. The Empress is Major Arcana. Major Arcana comes up when it's a defining moment. It's a significant time in your life, a new chapter. In other words, things are happening as they're meant to happen in this moment. You're exactly where you're meant to be at this moment, even if it's not your forever place, even if it's not the finish line. Wherever you are right now is on schedule with the journey. Like, you're on schedule. The Empress is associated with Libra and Taurus. If you have Libra or Taurus placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses, in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus that might be a very significant person in your life at this time. And the Empress is also very much associated with creation, with fertility, with birth. So sometimes this is seen as a maternal energy. Some of you may be, again, manifesting motherhood, expanding a family. You know, some of you may be manifesting children or having children. Empress can also show up in terms of creation, artistically, creatively. In terms of career, I do see her come up from time to time where you're reaching a very high level in your career, where you're being kind of like sought after, very respected, but also just coming into a very prolific time. Like, what you're producing is quality. What you're producing is very abundant. And so we could be coming into a very productive, abundant time in terms of work and creative endeavors as well when the Empress is here. And of course, divine feminine energy. So you may be stepping into divine feminine energy. You may be attracting a divine feminine into your life at this time with this Empress card. And it's interesting because now we have the Page of Wands. The Empress coming in with the Page of Wands can very much be mother and child. Mother and child. And so some of you could be strengthening your relationship with a child. Some of you may be strengthening or healing relationship with your mother. Some of you may be, as I said, manifesting having children with the Page coming in with the Empress. Page can also be a muse. Page can also be somebody who's really inspiring us. And so creativity and inspiration go hand in hand. And so there could be a creativity that's being a result of inspiration. Some of you maybe are a muse to somebody at this time and you don't even know it. But definitely could be muse and creativity energy coming in with the Empress and the Page of Wands. Now, the other part of the Page of Wands. Page of Wands can sometimes be someone that's coming in and is like super positive, super hyping us up, encouraging us. They might seem super fun and really spontaneous, and they really believe in us, and oh my gosh, you can do it, you're so great, you're so wonderful, you were made for this, you know, you're gonna knock it out of the park. And we feel really hyped up by this person. And they might be very confident. They might be giving us a lot of encouragement. And because of their confidence, we think, oh, Page of Wands knows what they're talking about. But this is the issue. Page of Wands just flies by the wind. Page of Wands acts and thinks later. Page of Wands is very impulsive, very in the moment. They're not thinking long term. They're not thinking about consequences. So if they're encouraging you to take a big gamble or a big risk, they're not thinking about the situation you're going to end up in if that gamble doesn't pay off, or if that investment doesn't come back in time before mortgage is due and tuition is due and insurance is due or whatever is due. They're not thinking about what it's going to be like for you if all of this positive thinking and manifestation didn't come in right away. So you might want to enjoy that spontaneous energy, that encouragement, like being hyped up. But somebody has to be the logical one in the situation. Okay? And another message just came to me right now. I'm gonna let you guys know here just after I finish this thought. Somebody has to be the responsible one in the situation. So this person maybe is inspiring you to take a risk. And nothing changes in our life if we don't take risks. We have to take risks, but we want to take educated risks. We want to take well-planned out risks. All right, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to invest money into, taking this course or buying this equipment or investing in this idea because it could definitely pay out. It could be something wonderful, but you're not going to go for broke. You're going to only put what you can do without. You're only going to put what you can afford to risk. You have to be the one to set that limit. You have to be the one to define those perimeters and boundaries. The other message that came in while I was just saying this when we just finished was some of you are working really, really hard to heal the relationship that you had with your mother, and you may be trying to do it through your own kids. And so you're trying to be very different from the mother that you had. Or maybe you're a father and you didn't have a great relationship with your mom. And so you're looking at baby mama or wifey or girlfriend and you think about that. You're like, I don't want my kids to go through with their mom what I went through with my mom. And there could be something here where there's an overcompensation. Somebody might be giving a kid way too much leeway, way too much, like, I don't want to say too much encouragement because kids need encouragement, but it just might be like just no rules, like whatever you want, baby, whatever you want, honey, whatever you want, sweetie, and there's like zero discipline. And that's going to be another issue when they get older. So it's kind of like maybe from one extreme, it's going to another extreme. So it could be a good idea to maybe sit and pray about that, meditate about that. Maybe you want to read some books on balancing discipline and guidance and encouragement and, fostering independence and creativity in your kid, but like to have a balance. But there could be too much of a dynamic of like somebody trying to be friends with their kid, when at the end of the day, the kid doesn't need a friend, the kid needs a parent. Children need parents. So like finding that balance of that loving, soothing, encouraging, nurturing energy, but also discipline, right? Because the Empress has power. She has authority. People listen to her. People respect her. People love her. And so for some of you, there could be something in getting balance here with mother-child dynamic. Now, the other thing here, the other message I wanted to bring up with this Page of Wands. I want you all to be very, very aware of situations where people are coming in with very insistent, like they're really insisting, and they're coming in with like unsolicited advice, and they're coming to you with all kinds of judgments. Like, oh, this is going on in your life, and this is what's wrong with you, and this is what's blocked, and this is what you got to change, and you got to listen to me, and I had a dream, and Spirit told me to tell you this, and Spirit told me to tell you. It's not how it works. Not how it works. Anybody who's coming at you in that way, where they're like, look, your life is messed up, you're messed up, you're an absolute wreck, you need to listen to me, you need to do what I'm telling you to do, I have all the answers, that person is for sure going to be leading you astray. That person for sure is gonna be, like I said, that kind of person that you think, oh, they're so confident. And oh, they're telling me I'm going to have all these great things. And they seem to really know what they're talking about. And they're putting you in all kinds of situations. They're having you do all kinds of things. And they're telling you, oh, don't worry about it. You know, the money's going to come to you later. You know, you can spend it now. You know, you can pay me $2,000 to do a spell for you. And it won't even matter. You know, hey, go take it out of somebody's wallet. Go take somebody's credit card. It won't even matter because you're going to have 20 grand in 24 hours and you can pay back that money like nothing. Like, they might tell you all kinds of silly things like this. Or they might be very, very convincing that they're going to help you. They're going to show you the way. They're going to fix everything in your life. And they're coming to you and they're picking you apart, telling you everything that's wrong with you. That is dark energy. That is low vibrational energy. And you should be very cautious of anybody that's coming to you telling you that God told them to tell you something, or Spirit came to tell you something, or, you know, they have a message for you and it's coming with a price tag, or it's coming with something that's going to cost you in some way for some kind of spell or ritual or sacrifice. Be very aware of this. Okay? I know that a lot of us will come to tarot and metaphysics and spirituality because we want guidance. We want answers. We want someone to tell us what to do. But the problem with that's like big time 8 of Swords energy, where it's going to attract people who want to take advantage. It's going to attract people who want to have power over us, control over us. It's going to attract people that want to get their hands in our pockets and, you know, just get every last little penny. So just be aware of this. Be aware of this. I know all of us, we get frustrated with life. Life is very overwhelming. And it's so, like, what a wonderful thought to think somebody's going to show up and say, look, I got all the answers. I got all the answers. I'm going to fix everything. I'm going to make everything right. Just do everything I tell you to do. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. Because our spiritual journey is to have our soul connect with God. Our spiritual journey is to have our soul connect with Source. Not to connect to somebody else that's, you know, pulling strings on us like we're a puppet. So just be very aware of that. Be very cautious of that. I've announced things recently on the channel that blew open a door to all kinds of messages coming in from people telling me that I'm being cursed because I don't want to embrace dark energy, and the ancestors are angry at me and I have to make sacrifices to the ancestors so that I no longer have the problems that I'm having. And healing is not a problem. Healing is not a curse. We are all here to heal. That's not a curse. That's a part of the journey. And if you are somebody who's making offerings, or if you are someone that's having somebody coming to you and telling you that you have to make offerings to the ancestors, I want to say a couple of things. I do not work with ancestor energy. I'm not going to tell you that you can't. I'm not going to tell you you have to believe what I believe. However, if you are someone that's really into ancestral energy, I'm just asking that you take something into consideration. I know in some cultures, it's really important to honor and respect the dead and to leave out offerings for the ancestors as a way to say, hey, We love you. We remember you. We appreciate all of the wisdom that has been passed down in the family over the years, you know, in the ways that you've contributed to this family line. I totally understand that. I get that. I can understand that people maybe want to make an offering to be in remembrance of their ancestors, to give thanks in some way. I can understand that ideology. The ideology that doesn't make sense, and the ideology that is very, 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 very opposite to what God and Source is, which is love, is the concept that you have to keep making offerings to ancestors so that you're not cursed, so that they don't curse you. And I want you to ask yourself an honest question. One day when you pass away and you're in spirit form, are you gonna go to your great-grandchildren, great-great-grandkids, and make their life a living hell because they didn't make an offering to you? They didn't make some kind of sacrifice to you? Would you do that? Why would your ancestors do that to you? Why would you be in a situation where you're being bullied? We're going to make your life hell unless you keep worshiping us. We're going to make your life hell unless you keep giving us this or giving us that. That, in my opinion, sounds rather demonic. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not telling you you shouldn't respect your ancestors, but if somebody is coming to you and saying, listen, you're having a really bad life right now because you're not making sacrifices to your ancestors, that is very devilish energy. And that might not be the best course for you to get pulled into. I just want to say that. I just want to put that out there. I hope that this reading is helpful. The private calendar is closed for the time being. I'm still getting caught up on private readings, and so I'm going to take a little bit of a time off from having any new readings scheduled. And until I get caught up on the private readings, I'm not going to be able to post the weekly forecasts. So I will have card of the day posted because I don't want to leave you without anything. So I'll do the cards of the day because they're quick. But I need to get caught up on the private readings that are pending. And then after that, we'll see if I open up to private readings or if I just take some time to just do weekly forecasts and monthly love readings and daily cards, and maybe take a break from private readings for a while, or do like limited private readings. We'll see how things unfold. I don't want to say what I'm going to do because I feel every time I say what I'm going to do, God has other plans. So they say we make plans and God laughs. And so I just really feel like there's some divine direction happening in my life. I don't know, to be honest with you, where I'm being taken, where it's going. But I don't want to commit to anything and say, oh, I'm going to have this on this day or I'm going to do that. You know, I had this whole thing planned for my healing and the wind blew me out. I couldn't go. It was not a safe journey to make. So I did some healing in a different way. So I'm trusting that redirection. I'm trusting that discipline and that guidance. I don't, again, discipline and guidance. It's not just where, God is a Santa Claus God. The spirits are Santa Claus spirits. And they're going to give us everything we ask for because we are just so wonderful or because we're saying and doing everything perfect. There's discipline, there's guidance, there's order. And so I'm just going to say trust the guidance, trust the direction, trust the order, and just be very, very cautious of people who are coming and telling you, you have to be on this path, you have to be on this path, you have to listen to me, I'm going to tell you everything, listen to me, I know the way. Be very cautious of that. And focus on your prayer, your meditation, your spiritual relationship, your connection. Try to come into that power. You will. If you seek it, you will. So again, I thank you for watching. I hope you'll have a fabulous day ahead. I hope that you'll come back and check out tomorrow's message. And I'm wishing you all the best.